Hello pastors, it is good to come to you again by video, and here we are already in the midst of summer. The last number of months have gone by, depends how you look at it, whether maybe they've gone by quickly for you or they've just dragged on, and it feels like forever we've been under a lot of restrictions. And these are certainly times that we'll remember for a long time, both individually, and the impact of this will certainly be felt in our congregations for quite some time. And I know of a number of you are starting to get back to meeting regularly, at least in your buildings. In some parts of the Northwest here, there's been an easing of restrictions. Where I am here in Yakima, things are, as you're probably aware, not following that trend. We've actually had quite a resurgence of COVID here, and so things are still pretty much locked down. And I know every one of you are kind of weighing the various pros and cons of what all this means and how you're trying to find ways to meet together again that are safe and that are in keeping with your mission and vision as a congregation. So obviously that has been a big topic of attention, something that's really been preoccupying many of our efforts over the last few months. And then of course, as we're all aware, the recent racial tensions across our country have just added more to the pile of issues and problems, and we certainly live in a time of a lot of tumult. Certainly a time for prayer, a time when we more than ever need to be seeing that the message of Jesus has something to offer for our world and for this time in particular. And as you're probably aware, last month we began some conversations with pastors on racial justice and have had some great conversations so far with a certain group of pastors that have been really passionate on that topic, and we're hoping that out of that in the very near future that we're going to be able to speak more directly into that to help you as congregations as you minister in these times and trying to figure out some of these challenges with the racial tensions that we have, and we've been certainly working especially closely with our African American brothers and sisters and congregations in this pursuit as well. Keep praying on that and keep looking for God's wisdom in the midst of all of this. And you'll want to note that coming up within the next little over a week, there will be a special online town hall that Church of God Ministries nationally is going to be putting on, and that'll be on Sunday, July 19th, and you'll certainly want to participate in that as a way for our movement to be speaking into these particular issues. A few more, just a couple other updates I want to give you today. Over the last few months, especially initially with response to COVID, we've been holding weekly video calls for pastors, and it's been really exciting to watch this develop. We started that back in March, and it just kept going. And I know various ones of you have come on at various points, and we hope that has been very helpful. And I know based on the feedback that we received that it has been. But we're going to continue that, not weekly, but monthly. I know you're probably, especially as we get into summer, you're probably needing probably a different pace, but also recognizing that some of you are probably exhausted from a lot of video conferencing. But we're going to meet monthly because there's still a lot of value in us connecting with each other. These are times when it's not enough to do it by ourselves. We, in the body of Christ, need to recognize we need each other, and working together, cooperating together becomes really important. So this coming Tuesday, which is July 14th, and that's the second Tuesday of every month from now on, we're going to have at 9 a.m. Pacific a brief, less than an hour, probably typically 30 to 45 minutes, just a way to touch base at various points. We'll have various topics. We may even bring in some guests from time to time, but just get that on your calendar as a regular rhythm, 9 a.m. second Tuesday of the month, as a way to connect with your fellow brothers and sisters across our district. Also, one other thing just to take note of, we're still in the plans for P&A Connect this fall, our annual convention, October 11th and 12th in Richland. And right now, early bird registration is still on, and I want to encourage you to take advantage of that. There's at least a $20 saving, actually for retired ministers even more, but a $20 saving off the regular registration fee by registering now. So register now. If for some reason things don't go well in the fall and we have to cancel, those monies will be completely refunded. But we want to, just for our planning purpose, it's important that we have your registration, we know how many are coming, and we can work toward that. So visit our website to get registered, you and your congregation members as well. We want to really emphasize this year that this is not just an event for pastors. This is an event for everyone in your congregation, and especially with David Kinnaman being there this year from the Barna Group. This is one you're going to want to be at, and you're going to want to bring some key leaders and key thought leaders in your congregation to be part of. Hey, that's probably all for today. Unfortunately, because Double K Family Camp is not taking place this next week due to restrictions, although they're starting to open up there a little, and they're having a mini camping event up there for families. We're not going to see you at Family Camp per se, but we look forward to hopefully seeing you in October. God bless you, and God strengthen you as you continue to do the important work that you are called to in your city.